Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I wanted to talk about something I know that's kind of really confusing for beginners that are trying to get into photography, for people looking to get into their first interchangeable lens camera, and I'm going to be talking about lens compatibility within Canon's ecosystem. So I know that lenses are expensive, or they can be, and a lot of people just want to know their options. To start off, I wanted to talk about the sensor size, because predominantly that has a big impact on whether or not a lens will work with your camera. The two main sensor sizes that Canon offers in their system is APS-C, which is crop sensor, and you have a full frame sensor size. Essentially, a crop sensor is nicknamed that because it's just cropped in from a regular full frame sensor. And the two main camera technologies that Canon offers in their interchangeable lens cameras is digital SLR, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, and the newer technology, mirrorless. So just to briefly highlight the differences, DSLR is a digital SLR camera that has a single lens reflex and a pop-up mirror that allows you to see through the viewfinder. Whereas in a mirrorless camera, you have another small little digital screen in the viewfinder, which gives you the benefit of having a smaller form factor because you don't have to have a big pop-up mirror assembly in your camera. So firstly, with Canon's DSLR system, I'm going to be talking about their crop sensor cameras. Essentially, these are cameras that use the Canon EF-S mount. And current models include the Canon T100, the Canon SL3, Canon T7i, Canon 77D, the Canon 7D Mark II, and the Canon 90D. All of these cameras can take advantage of Canon's EF-S and EF lenses. EF-S lenses only work for crop sensor cameras, and EF lenses work for both crop sensor and full frame cameras. You can also adapt 35mm film cameras to the EF lens mount, and that kind of opens up your options to older manual focus cameras that you can get on a budget and you can use and abuse. But you cannot use any mirrorless cameras on the system. On Canon's full frame DSLR cameras, they have the EF mount, which generally are larger lenses than the EF-S lenses. But you can't use EF-S lenses on this camera because it only covers a cropped portion of the sensor. Current models include the Canon 5D Mark IV, Canon 1DX Mark III, as well as the 6D Mark II. But in addition to your EF lenses, you can also adapt older film lenses just the same as EF-S system, and it cannot use mirrorless lenses. Within Canon's mirrorless lineup, we have their crop sensor cameras, which they sit on the EOS M platform using EF-M mount lenses, and some current models include the Canon M5, the Canon M6 Mark II, the Canon M50, and the Canon M100. On these cameras, you can adapt both EF and EF-S lenses, as well as 35mm film camera lenses. On Canon's full frame mirrorless system, which is on the RF mount, you can use first the RF lenses, and there's only two current body models for this system, which is the Canon EOS R and the Canon EOS RP. And within Canon's full frame mirrorless cameras, you can also adapt EF-S and EF lenses from the older DSLR lenses, as well as adapting 35mm film cameras the same way. But you can't use any of Canon's EF-M lenses on Canon's full frame mirrorless cameras. Now, all the information I stated here is specific to Canon's ecosystem, and Sony, Nikon, they do things a little bit differently. So if that's something you guys also want to learn about, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll start looking into that. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on using older lenses. Is that something that you thought about or might be interested in? What are your thoughts on trying out manual focus lenses? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.